Hey, this is Brad Wing from the Pittsburgh Steelers. You can go check this interview out at campussports.net.
Welcome to Campus Sports. I'm Samantha Steffen, sitting here with the one and only Mr. Brad Wing. We're happy to have you. Thanks for being here.
No, thank you for having me.
So I know you're from Australia. I've always wanted to go there.
Yes.
When did you first come here?
I first came to the States when I was really young, like 6 or 7, but I don't remember a whole lot from then. But I'd been over here like a bunch of times. My family would always come over and visit, so I've always loved the States.
That's awesome.
The States, yeah.
Awesome. So did you ever go back and visit?
I haven't been in about 4 years. I'm actually getting ready to go back though within the next couple of weeks, so I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. That's a long time.
I know.
Growing up there, did you ever believe that you'd be the starting punter of the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No. I didn't really know much about NFL. There's a different sport over there, AFL, Aussie rules football, and that's what I grew up playing. My dad played a little bit of NFL, so I knew a little bit about it, but I wasn't a fan or anything like that. But you know, as I got older, 18, I moved over here, and then that's when it started to become a dream and something I really wanted to pursue. But not growing up, it was never a childhood dream.
Why did you choose LSU?
So I spent 1 year in Baton Rouge, my senior year of high school, and so during that 12 months, I really fell in love with LSU. It was only 10 minutes away from my high school. The games were crazy. I mean, I came over from Australia where there's no college sports at all.
Oh, wow.
And so to go to a college football game and have like 95,000 people there, I was just blown away. So it was a no-brainer for me. Once they offered me the scholarship, I didn't have really many other options as far as scholarships were concerned. So when they offered, it was pretty much a done deal for me.
Very cool. What was your most memorable moment there?
There was a couple. The two that jumped to mind is probably the SEC championship. We won that my freshman year. That was really exciting. And then the other one is probably the touchdown. I guess it's not really a touchdown. I got it called back, but we ran a fake punt, and I got into the end zone, but there was a flag on the play, and it got called back for early celebration or something like that. It was like the first time they'd ever called it in college football, so it's crazy. People still talk about that. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, so it definitely changed a lot. I'd never had anybody recognize my face or anything, and then when that happened, that changed a little bit around school. So that was funny, but I think it's crazy. People still talk about it 5 years later nearly, so it's crazy.
Coming out of LSU, things didn't really happen as you had envisioned. You got signed by the Eagles and then didn't make the cut. What did you learn from this experience?
It was just really humbling. I didn't think that when I was coming out of school, I didn't think that I wouldn't be playing the next year. I thought I'd have a team. I thought I'd be playing on Sundays. And then that wasn't the case. I didn't have a team, I didn't have a job, and it was a big shock to me. I realized I had to put in a lot of work if that was to change. So I was really grateful when the Steelers called and gave me that second opportunity. And this year I've just learned, you really got to put in a lot of time and effort to keep that job. So I'm grateful that I have it, and it's been a good ride. And I'm just excited to keep it going. I'm excited for the future in Pittsburgh.
That's awesome. What was it like playing under legendary coach Les Miles?
Les, he's funny. He's got a perception in the media of being a little crazy, but he's a really good guy. He's a great coach. He's a player's coach. I loved playing for him. He was a good guy.
Very cool. Who's the most talented player that you've ever played with?
Wow. I've played with some good ones. Like the first one that comes to mind is probably Patrick Peterson. I just saw him do things that I didn't see many people do. And then another one I got to mention is the Honey Badger Tyrann Mathieu. He was a good one too. So them two are the first two that come to mind.
So what do you think about your first year in the NFL?
It was fun. I learned a lot. It's a lot longer than a college season, so I feel like there was a lot of growth I had. I'm excited for the future. I would have liked to done better as far as like my performance and statistics and stuff go. I would have liked to done a little bit better, but I'm excited for the future of it. I think it was an okay first year.
Awesome. And what are you trying to get better at moving forward?
Probably just like the statistical side of things. You know, my job's basically all about stats. So just to improve consistency. That's the main thing with my job. You just got to be consistent. So that's the one thing I'm going to work on this off season going forward.
Well, it was so nice talking to you, and I wish you the best of luck. And thanks for being here with us.
No, thank you for having me.